Good afternoon YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is special because it's a day that we all love. I have got a brand new frame. As you can see, I'm back on the mint green bicycle scope frame, which I'm stoked about. Now this one has a few upgrades on it compared to my old one, which if you come a little bit closer, I'm going to talk you through them. The first new feature on this frame for 2019 and compared to my old one is the fact that it comes with pre-drilled gyro tabs on it. I actually don't run a gyro myself, I use the long brake hose, but I can imagine if you do run a gyro and you have to buy a new frame and drill a hole in it, it's probably a bit nervy. It doesn't really sound too appealing, whereas this one comes pre-drilled. The second upgrade for 2019 is the fact that they've used a stronger metal on the down tube. Now I don't know, I'm not sure why they've done that, whether they had problems with the old one, and certainly if you're casing it that bad, the least of your worries is going to be a dent in your down tube. But the other cool thing is the fact that they've changed the shape of the head tube, like there's more weld here and it's a bit longer, and I actually think it looks a lot tidier than the old one up front. The third upgrade of 2019 is the fact that it's got the built-in chain tensioners. This is an absolute godsend and makes life so much easier because it can be quite difficult sometimes to get your wheel dead straight and get the right chain tension. However, with this frame, it's not a problem anymore. One of my favourite features for 2019 with this frame is the fact that it's got the bolt underneath, and basically all that does is it touches on the plastic cup for your bottom bracket and makes your cranks nice and stiff. So when you're doing tail whips and backflip tail whips and everything, oh god, it means that your cranks can't spin, which means you can't lose them. Previously I had a Jubilee clip and an inner tube on here which worked, but you have to keep adjusting it and it's not designed, it's not properly designed, like it's just homemade, and it was a bit dodgy. So this is absolutely ideal and I'm actually really stoked on that. Other features on this frame which are the same as last year but still unique to this particular bike compared to other dirt jumpers out there are the fact that it's got the internal cable routing, so there's no cables on the outside in this stretcher frame, which keeps the frame really tidy and keeps them out of the way. Also, me personally, I choose to run the 142x12 rear axle, which is like a motorbike rear axle. It's just a big bolt that goes through. I think it feels stiffer and it feels a bit easier to set the rear end up, especially with the chain tensioners now. As for the rest of my setup, it's exactly the same. It's actually the same parts as my old one. However, if you are new to my channel or you're just curious to see what I'm using again, I'm going to do a mini bike check for you right now. Frame, we all know, we've just gone over that. It's the green bicycle scope frame in this epic mint colour with all the new upgrades on it. Forks, I'm using the Fox 36 831, 100mm of travel. These things are sick, they look awesome and they feel insane. The wheel set that I'm choosing to run is the Halo Chaos rims. On the front it's laced into a wide boy hub with no disc mount, so it looks super clean. On the rear it's the Super Drive hub which sounds insane and it's got lots of engagement points. The handlebars that I'm choosing to run are the Gusset S2 bars. They are 720mm wide with a 38mm rise. Stem is also the S2 stem, and that's got a 33mm reach on it with a 35mm clamp. All round solid set of bars and they look awesome. I'm only running a rear brake on this bike and I'm choosing to run the Shimano XTR with the carbon fibre lever, trying to keep that weight down. And as for the grips, I'm using ODI long necks in the lock-on version. I'm running Shimano Saint cranks, 165mm long crank arms. That's just because it gives you good clearance from the between the front wheel when you're doing bar spins and tail whips. Means you're not going to get your foot stuck. That's with the new S2 pedals, which are like a nylon material with metal pins, and the gearing that I'm running is 3212. I forgot to mention the gold KMC chain. That's just sets the rear of the bike off, just a bit of bling. And I'm also using the S2 seat and seat post combo, which is a pivotal, but it's not through the top. The bolt is actually in the seat post, so that looks super tidy. And the other feature with this saddle is that it's got grips on the side for when you do bar spins, you're not going to slip off the back of your bike. Lastly, the tyres that I'm running are the Schwalbe tabletops in a 2.2 width. They're not actually tubeless, they've got inner tubes, but for sure soon they'll be converted. That's enough talking, we've seen the bike, we know what it is. I'm itching to ride it. I haven't even ridden it yet, I've literally built it and wheeled it here to film this video. I'm going to go ride some dirt jumps up at Radical Bikes and then get a skate park session this afternoon, so I will see you guys there. We are now at Radical Bikes. This place is sick. It's got these massive dirt jumps, which I haven't hit for a while. In fact, last time I did, I had this crash.
You alright?
So I'm going to ride today, try get some redemption, get used to the new bike, and all round just have a good time. Get up on the landing jack, because I'm going to start with a flip tuck. It's feeling sick, this bike feels so good. It's like that, I know it's only a new frame and all the other stuff's the same as the old one, but it just feels fresh and feels nice. I'm going to do a tuck and handle to bar spin. Oh my god! Oh yeah! I've not flared that bad boy for about a year. Even I landed down the back of it. Step the level up, I'm feeling confident on the new bike. I'm going to do a double tail whip. Oh man, I'm stoked on tail whips. Whilst I've got this buzz, I'm going to do a tail whip to bar spin. Oh. No, I'm off.
Wow.
We have travelled from the mulch landing to the first hard landing because I want to do a moto whip on this new bike. See what this puppy's like sideways. I'm going to do a backflip tail whip. Now if you watch my last video about fear, you'll realise that I said before doing a flip whip I always do a flip 1 foot can, and today I'm putting that experiment to the test. We'll see if I land it. I'm feeling stoked, the bike's feeling good. Let's get up there and do it. Yeah, dude, the flip whip felt so good, man. I love that trick, and I love this bike. It feels insane. It's definitely that new bike feeling day that I've got right now. I'm going to do a free no-hander because I've not done one of them yet, and it is my favourite trick of all time. That's the end of the dirt session. That was so much fun. So good to actually ride the jumps properly and have an afternoon on them. And good to break in a new bike. It feels sick, feels dialed. I'm stoked. But that's not the end of the video yet, because we are going to go to the skate park and session until it gets dark. We moved on from the dirt jumps. We're now at the skate park, which is local to my house. It's tiny, but it's good fun, and it's a perfect place to bed in a new bike. Plus, I love the small ramps because I can get super creative and technical on them. Nice. Nice. I'm so pumped, I'm going to do a flare right now. That flare didn't go to plan, but I've got redemption. I'm going to do a techie little on the box into the flare, and then probably something on this jump here. I'm going to get the gimbal out, so the footage is going to be silky smooth. I think that's a pretty good note to end the video. I've had so much fun just spending a whole day around home riding my local spots on my new jump bike. It's just it's just been the dream. Like, the bike ride's good, it looks sick, and it's autumn at the moment, so all the colours are looking great. I'm just stoked on riding, and I'm going to be riding this bike for the next few videos, that's for sure. Leave in the comments what you thought of this bike, leave in the comments what you thought of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.